As a family, giving thanks and praises to the creator of you might conceive him or her to be. Just loving every minute of it, knowing that it's going to get better regardless of however it played out on their side. It's going to get better for us. And we know it's going to get better. So we just got to hang in there. I know we've been sent up for a while, hang in there, hang in there. But hey, every long road got to come to an end. Now, the clip I'm going to put here with Vicki Dillard and my man, Dr. Claud Anderson. Deep. The brother is very deep. The brother was doing this stuff for like the last 6 years, I think. And he's always there to help black people out. And like I said before, the worst thing that could happen to black people is integration. That could be the worst thing that happened to black people. Integrate. Because when we were separated, we had our own teachers, our own doctors, our own lawyers, our whole healthcare system. We had everything going for us when we were separated. As soon as we get integrated, the whole doo-doo hit the fan. And he said the same thing. He was in it for years now. And our black leaders, oh boy, I tell you, they don't do shit for black people, man. They don't. That's why they don't vote. That's why they never vote, and they would never vote. Because they talk good until they get in. And when they get in, they don't do diddly squat. Because what? They can't. Because the person behind their back is not their color. So they have to go along with the program. But anyway, all I'm saying, and I'm keep saying over and over again, folks, your thoughts create your reality. And despite the fact I post some things, sometimes a little devastating, a little, how should I put it, well, not too enlightening, but to keep you aware of what's going on. I'm trying my best to post more positive stuff, like stuff that make you more interesting in knowing that your life is getting better than posting a lot of negativity. I'm trying my best to look for videos or to speak on things more positively to let you know that the life we have is going to change. The life that we are living now is going to change. The so-called people that run the planet is going to be no more. It's going to be no more. And like I keep telling you guys, the world I'm looking at, it's peaceful, love, harmony, joy, financial freedom. That's the world. We all can just live in peace, harmony. Anyway, I don't want to keep rambling off on what my world, our world, is going to be. Not what I think it's going to be. It is going to be love, peace, harmony, joy. Hang on, folks. This clip here is for awareness purposes only.
Right now, what do you believe is the state of Black America, particularly economically?
It's devastatingly bad and poor. Blacks sitting on the front are becoming wiped off the face of the earth. They are now a permanent underclass, as I predicted back in 1995. And out of all the predictions I used to enjoy making for presidents and governors and state legislators and mayors across the country, is that black folk are in a world of trouble, and nobody, black, white, yellow, mellow, whatever you want to call them, has ever gone out of their way to use their national position or their state position to specifically and solely to help black folk overcome what the difficult situation they were placed in by 365 years of slavery, another 100 and some years of Jim Crow segregation, then another about 50 years of benign neglect, and now political indifference, which means they don't give a damn about blacks one way or the other. That's with that in place, black folks got about almost a snowball's chance in hell of doing well. Things are bad, it's getting worse. You have no black leadership any place in America. Nobody's caring for black folks, except I guess you might have one idiot like me. I've been doing it for 60 years. I love black folk, even though some of them ain't worth a quarter, but the rest of them are good.
We love you bad. We love about race, racism, and wealth. And one of the things that you made clear is that slavery is most often approached in social and moral terms, you said. And you broke down the specifics related to that. But then you said that by the time the white Europeans had secured nearly total control of the world's wealth and resources, their new concept of race established superiority on the basis of who controlled wealth, power, and resources. Remind us that about what the real definition, what's really behind this notion of wealth. I mean, of race. Before we get into wealth.
Yes, ma'am, you're right on point. But the unfortunate aspect of it is that very seldom or infrequently will you ever hear bring a connection between black people and the lack of wealth. And that's where we fell short during the black civil rights movement. It never did what they supposed to have done. See, when they started that civil rights movement back in the 1960s, the only thing they should have been concentrating on was to correct all those centuries of slavery, Jim Crow, semi-slavery, black codes, and then political indifference did to black folk. You say redistribute the wealth. Why? Because most people don't know what the whole point of slavery was. It was to maldistribute almost 100% of all this nation's wealth, minerals, income, power, businesses, and privileges.
That's his website, so you can get those books from him right there.
And preferential treatment in every respect into the hands of the control of the dominant white society. You have never tried to correct it. What's the civil rights movement about? It should have been about correcting what had happened to black folk for all those 465 years put together. And instead, they've been messing around with social integration and talking about civil rights. Civil rights was supposed to have been strictly and solely for black folk to correct the Dred Scott decision of 1857.
I was going over some of your previous predictions from the 90s, and you also predicted that we were going to be number 4 and how the Hispanic community and the Asian community would basically outrank us. How did you know that that was going to be our predicament today, especially in light of, I don't know if you heard about some months ago, the LA City Council, Dr. Claud, that is really dominated there by a group of Hispanics. There was a tape that leaked of them talking privately, and they were calling us monkeys. They were calling us all kind of names, and they slipped up and made it clear that they were trying to hold control in certain areas and economic resources for their group. Now, this tape was leaked, and they spewing all this anti-black racism. Everybody was tripping when they found out that they said their Hispanic brothers and sisters would call them out of their names, and they admitted that they were trying to hold control in that region so that their community would maintain economic control. How did you know that that would be the predicament we find ourselves in now? And I'm sure, I would assume, that you're not surprised that this audio leaked of Hispanic lawmakers using anti-black language and admitting that they were moving so that they were moving in such a way so that their community would maintain the resources and control there.
I've known that all my life. See, as a matter of fact, that is almost the primary sole reason that I'm on the earth. I came to the earth almost strictly to fight for black folk, to correct what nobody's wanted to do all these centuries. That's why I'm here ever since I was 8 years old, going to a church in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and hear them talk about Samson and what happened to him. They distributed information about Samson. Samson came to the earth for one purpose and one purpose only. He came here as a prototype for Jesus Christ, and he developed one sense, that is, I will not come to the earth and let you continue to maltreat and mistreat and subordinate my people. And I've been on them ever since I was 8 years old, and that's what I'm on the earth for, even though I might have to leave here soon. But that's what I'm here for, to take care of black folk and tell you the truth about what's going on. 99% of all the blacks right now who play leadership roles at a state level, city level, and federal level don't know what they're talking about and don't really care. And they have no feelings or sentiments about black people. I have the sentiments. I've done it all my life. And as I said, I've never had any support from the black overclass that got all the money that are now in recreation and entertainment. They don't do that. They keep their money for themselves to what we call conspicuous consumptions, making themselves look good or being fashionable. I came here for just the opposite. I love black folk, and even though most of them have not read my books and not bought them, but the white reading book councils across America will not let my books go into the schools. And yet all those blacks are going to those schools Nobody is educating them. Absolutely nobody is teaching them the truth. And that's why you're going backwards. That's why right now 50% of the black kids in Detroit, Michigan, can't even start the first grade and finish high school. And the 50% that does complete the high school are reading at a fifth grade level. They have a snowball's chance in hell of making it. That's why I'm on the earth. That's why I'm here now. And I'm maybe soon, so I'm leaving soon. But I want you to know, you get that word out and tell them that Dr. Anderson, I don't play with people.
Right now,
Okay, family, to watch the whole video, you can go to Dr. Claud Anderson Here's Shocking News with Vicki Dillard. And I'll put it right here so you can see. That way you can watch the whole video on Vicki Dillard show because it's too long. Don't like to keep my videos past 10 minutes. Peace out. One love.